If you are a developer working with Express.js and want to monitor your app's performance in real time, you are in the right place. Today, I'll show you how to integrate OpenTelemetry with APIToolkit to track requests, logs, and errors in your Express.js applications. Let's dive in. What is OpenTelemetry? OpenTelemetry is an open source observability framework that helps monitor your application by collecting metrics, traces, and logs. This data allows you to analyze performance, debug issues, and optimize your services. To make things even easier, we'll be using APIToolkit, which acts as a powerful backend for storing and visualizing OpenTelemetry data. The first thing we are going to do is create an APIToolkit account. To create an APIToolkit account, head over to APIToolkit.io, click on the login button. Now we have different options. You can either log in with your Google account or your GitHub account, or just log in with an email and password here. Since I already have an account, I'll go ahead and continue with Google accounts. Once your account is created and you're logged in, you'll be greeted with a couple of projects here if you already created some project, but if you're new, you just have one demo project here. Now, don't touch this project. You can go ahead and create a new project. Now go ahead and fill in the form here. Choose a server. This is optional. You can create your first endpoint, but we're going to skip this step. Right here, you can set up a platform where you want to be notified. You can either choose Slack or Discord. So over here, you're going to be doing the integration. Now, there are a couple of languages here and frameworks you can integrate with. So for JavaScript, we have a couple of frameworks here. We have Express, Fastify, and Next.js. Now, in this case, we're going to be using Express, but you can skip this step because I'm going to be showing you how to do it manually. Now, you can go ahead and pick a plan. We are done creating our APIToolkit account. We are going to handle the integration of Express.js in the next steps. For the next steps, we'll be creating a new Express.js application. Head over to your terminal. Right here, we're going to make a new directory called Express OpenTelemetry. Let's navigate into the directory. Now let's install Express. Now that Express has been installed, let's open our folder in VS Code or your favorite text editor. The next thing we are going to do is we're going to create a server.js file. Now when you create that, you can paste in the following code. So basically what this code is doing, it is just creating a route that's saying hello world. So when you go to the home route, you're going to be greeted with the message hello world. It's pretty basic. When we do that, we can run our server. I already had it running, but you could run it again. Then you could go to your localhost port 3000 and you're going to see the message hello world on your screen. Now let's integrate OpenTelemetry and APIToolkit, but first we need to install the required packages. The next thing we are going to do is install the APIToolkit Express SDK. Do this with the following commands. Now we have the package installed, so the next thing we are going to do is to set up the environment variables for OpenTelemetry. And to do that, we are going to run the following commands. For this command, your service name, it could be the name of your application or it could be the name of the service you are running on APIToolkit. So you could just leave this as it is, your service name, or you can put in an actual service name. The next thing we're going to do is to grab our API key. To grab your API key, head over to APIToolkit.io. We're going to log in once again to select the project you created for this. So now we're going to come under the project here and we'll go over to API keys. So over here, you can see the different API keys. You can create a new API key. So I'm just going to use the default API key here. So once you copy that, you could come back into your terminal. Now you're just going to replace the API key here. Of course, I can't show you that. After adding our API key, we could paste the following commands in. Don't panic if I'm going too fast. All commands and code used in this video will be left in the description of the video so you can use it for yourself. The next thing we're going to do is add the middleware for request monitoring. Now to monitor HTTP requests, we are going to update our server.js file to include APIToolkit Express middleware. To do that, I'm going to update your app with the following code. Basically, what is happening here is we are sending a request to this URL to get a particular to-do. So it's pretty simple and basic. And what we're going to do is we're going to monitor this HTTP request and visualize it on APIToolkit. Now we're going to save this file and then we are going to run it. And then we are going to head over to our browser. We previously had hello world here, so let's just refresh this and see what we get. As you can see, the request was successful and we have the data from JSON placeholder. Now let's head over to APIToolkit and monitor the data that was sent through OpenTelemetry. Right now we are on our APIToolkit dashboard, and as you can see here on the Explorer, we have the different timestamps and we have the summary of all the requests that have been made in our application. So over here, you can see more details when you click on it, the endpoints, the URL, and a whole lot of things you can see here. Over here, you can see the request we made to JSON placeholder.tpcode.com. You can access this here. Click on it. We're going to expand it. As you can see, we have the exact request body and we have the response size, we have the request size, we have the latency, the amount of time it took for the server to send the request or to send the data back to us. You can monitor a lot of things here. Also, you can check for changes and errors that has happened. So you can open this and check if you have gotten any error so far. So I've not gotten any error so far, but if you are making API requests to a server and if it's slow, you're going to get some errors and it's going to appear here. You can also add custom monitors and alerts too. So you can create a monitor and you're going to monitor a particular URL. You can set this up here, and when you're done, you can hit the save button to save the changes. So also you can get reports. Now you can get the reports daily or weekly. Over here you can see the weekly reports. Over here you can see the weekly reports, and over here you could see daily report, and you can get different details about them. And that's it. You've successfully set up OpenTelemetry and APIToolkit to monitor your Express application in real time. Just a quick recap of what we have done so far. We built a basic application using Express.js, integrated OpenTelemetry for the traces, and then we use APIToolkit to visualize the metrics and logs. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, hit the notification bell to get future updates from us. Let me know in the comments if you have any question, and I'll see you in the next one.